Hi everyone, now let's start a advanced kind of a if statement. So look at this code and try to figure out the output of this code by yourself and try to figure out the output when a value is 0 and when a value is 1. So try to figure out both of the output. Pause the video and think. Look at this code. So I'm just going to reveal you the output. So pause the video for a minute, think about that, and let's see have you figured out the right output or not. So look at when the value a value is 1, then output is grade B and present. So this was the output over here, grade B, and a value is present, this a value. And when the a is 0, then output is absent, this one, and a value did not change, it remained same. So if you got this particular part right, that means you understand the if statements really well. If not, so let me show you that how to understand such kind of a if statement. So there are 4-5 concepts involved with this. So the first thing what you need to understand is that whenever if or elif keyword meet other values which are not directly a true or false boolean value, what happens with them? So I hope you have a understanding of this concept. That do you know that about these are built-in objects which are associating with a false boolean value, and apart from that all other objects in Python are associating with a true boolean value. If you don't know about these things very well, then check this video description or video resources where I have attached a video link which talks about boolean values in Python. So that will explain you this particular concept. So let me show you like a bit example of this, a small one. So right now, as whenever after if or elif keyword we meet with a value which is not a direct boolean value, so implicitly a bool method kind of a thing will be applied. So right now look at when what is the value of 1. So boolean value of 1 is associated with true and 0 is associated with false. So that's what I told you, that these objects are associated with a false boolean value, and apart from that all other objects will be associated with a true boolean value. So what will happen? So automatically a bool method will be applied and this will convert these value in a true or false. So let me show you the output. Now what happened? We got this output and Z 34. But now what I am doing, I'm changing now the value of Z 10 over here and over here 78. Now think about that. What should be the output now? What will be the Z value? So let me run the code. So to see what happened, now Z value changed over here to 78. And if this will be 1 over here, then look at what has happened. We got this output and Z value changed to 10 over here, because as per the if statement, when in these blocks, whenever we meet our first block which is meeting a true condition, that block will run and all others below blocks will be skipped. So I hope that clarifies you the concept. So that's the reason we never reached on this particular line. So I think I'll show you this particular part. Let me show you another bit complex example. So let's look at this particular code and think about that what should be the output. And over here, this particular expression, if you don't get this, then check video description where I have given a video link which talks about logical operators of Python. Let me show you in the code. And so do you see Z value created in the math 3, and then the false, none, because none is associated with a false boolean value over here, none, and then true. So we went inside and you see what will happen. We execute this line, and the moment this line got executed, we skipped out of the if statement and we went out of that, and then we printed out other two lines. So that's what happened. So I hope that gives you a pretty good clarity about that. That only one blocks run in a if statement. So now let's understand this particular our whole core code. So what happened over here when value is 0? So first it went over here and it checked this A. So A, what will happen when a Boolean method will be applied? It will be converted with its associated Boolean value, and 0 is associating with a false Boolean value. So immediately we'll skip this whole block of this if statement. So that means what will happen? So this whole block or will be immediately skipped. We'll skip this whole block. So now we don't need to think about this. Now we'll check with the else. And this else is saying what? Print absent. So we'll print absent and the output, and then print a. A value is 0. So in the output we'll get absent and a. So I hope that clarifies you about this concept. Now look at what will happen when the a value is 1. So when the a value is 1, over here itself, so don't even think about like other if statements. So always look at this if keyword, and whenever you find this, look at its indentation line and try to find about, do we have a elif or else. So first find out whenever you see this kind of if statement, the whole if statement, and then so try to find about like this whole if statement, and then look out its block, if block and else block. As over here this is the first block, and oh, this block, what happened, we skipped this block when a value was 0. And what will happen when a value is 1? So this is the whole if statement we know. So when a value, so now we will execute this block. So, and as per logic, only one block whenever we meet with a true condition, that blocks get executed, rest other blocks, flow blocks will be skipped. So now we don't need to think about this particular part of the code, because this part will be just get skipped. So now look at, so now again, but over here we are meeting with a new if statement. So now this is our whole new if statement over here. So now what will happen in this if statement? So again start with this if, and look, are we meeting a true condition? So with this 65, this will be converted into a false condition. So now check with the next elif. So are we meeting a true condition over here? Yes. So whenever we meet a true condition in this, so we don't need to think even about the blow blocks, because only one block run in this if, elif and else. So now we will run this particular part of the block, and we don't need to think even about whether it's meeting a true condition or false, whereas it is meeting a true condition over here. But as per the logic, we only run a one block. So that means we no need to even think about this particular block. So now this is the whole code, what we need to think about that. And as per this logic, so now over here we have another if statement inside this. So now check this particular if statement, and what's happening over here. So over here, as per the logic, if you know val, this logical operator logic, which I told you, check that video out. So this expression will return value 0, and 0 is associated with a false Boolean value. So bool method will be applied and change that value to false Boolean value. So we'll skip this particular part, and we run this particular code over here. So when we will run this particular code, so what it will do, it will print this grade B in the output, and it will change the value now A from 1 to present. So now our output will be grade B and present. So that's what the output we will get when the value of A is 1, grade B and present. And when the value of A was 0, then output was absent and 0. If you want to see with a line by line execution, so let's check that also. So let me make a bit indentation shorter over here. Now let me show you. Clear the all output, restart. Now let this bit bigger. So now let me run the output. So you see over here, when it met with a 0 value, as a is 0, so it will convert into false Boolean value. Immediately it will go to the else statement and will print absent and 0. And when the value of A is 1, so now what will happen? it will go inside in this. So now it will check, is it meeting a true condition? So this is the whole if statement over here. No, it met with a false condition. Over here it is meeting a true condition. So we will go inside in this block. So that's it. We have met our one block which is meeting with a true condition. That other block will be skipped directly. So now we will go again, we are in a if statement. So again we are checking, are we meeting a true condition? No, over here we are meeting with a false condition. So we'll skip that, and then we print this grade B. And look at right now the A value in the memory is 1, but the moment this line will get executed, so this 1 value will be changed now to present, and then we immediately came out because now we have ran our if statement and then present. So I hope that gives you a real good clarity about this code. So what happened in this whole code? If you're not getting any part right, so please check my another video about if statement, which I have given a link below in the description. So that is a more basic video which talks about Boolean indentations and then what happens when if statement meets the true and false Boolean values, expression, many more things. So check that part right. Yeah, so thanks guys. Bye bye. So thanks guys for watching this video, and please provide a positive feedback in the comment section, and let me know in the comments if you want me to create a new video on any specific topic. If you have learned something new, please like the video and subscribe this channel, as there will be some new video releases every week, and this will be a huge support for me.